Thank you, Chairman Wyden, and thank you, Ranking Member Murkowski. Thank you for your welcome. It is great to be back with you here at the Energy and Natural Resources Committee. For those keeping score at home, this is my second time appearing before this committee just in the last month, which is an accurate reflection of what I view as its central importance and reflects how much I enjoyed my time here and the spirit of cooperation and collaboration that this committee has demonstrated. So I'm grateful for the chance today to offer brief testimony on what I believe is one of the most fundamental challenges facing the development and deployment of clean energy technology, which is access to reliable long-term financing. This committee has considered this issue before. In 2011, we held an oversight hearing on the concept of a clean energy investment fund, and in 2012, another hearing on the role of the federal government in spurring American innovation. I was encouraged by the ideas brought forward during those hearings, and I'm looking forward to the renewed discussions that will take place at this hearing later this morning. There is little debate about America's potential to lead the world in clean energy development and deployment. We have unparalleled ingenuity. We have some of the most advanced clean energy technologies in the world. However, our innovations and the very real potential energy they represent are struggling in part in terms of deployment because of the absence of a reliable source of financing. And I think they need a catalyst, the catalyst of a clearer, stronger regulatory and statutory structure that allows access efficiently to long-term financing. Today's energy market broadly is defined by narrow profit margins and established technologies supported by low-cost long-term financing. If clean and renewable sources of energy are to grow and compete in the American energy marketplace and thus also around the world, we have to make sure they're given a level playing field on which to operate. The Master Limited Partnership Parity Act of 2013, S-795, which I reintroduced in April with Senator Murkowski, Senator Stabenow, and Senator Moran, would do just that. It is a strikingly simple bipartisan bill that modernizes a section of our tax code to make it consistent with the all-of-the-above energy strategy that so many of us have endorsed as the blueprint for energy independence and our energy future. The Master Limited Partnerships Parity Act would allow clean energy projects to utilize MLPs, a beneficial tax structure that taxes a project like a partnership or a pass-through, but that trades its interests like a corporate stock, a C Corp. This prevents double taxation, allows access to the liquidity of equity markets, and leaves more cash available for distribution back to investors. For the last 30 years, MLPs have given the natural gas, oil, and coal industries access to private capital at a lower cost, something other capital-intensive projects badly need. It is a well-developed, well-established financing vehicle. There's roughly 100 MLPs at a market cap of about $450 billion at the moment. The extension of access to this financing vehicle to energy efficiency technologies, energy storage, solar power, and a very wide range of other alternative or renewable energy sources has the real potential to bring a significant wave of private capital off the sidelines and into the renewable energy marketplace. It would not only level the playing field, but would also increase access to low-cost capital for all energy sources in our marketplace. I am so thankful to Senator Murkowski, to Senator Stabenow, and to Senator Moran for their tireless partnership in this effort, for working with me and my staff on this bill, and to Chairman Wyden for his ongoing support of our efforts and for the opportunity to appear before you this morning. Companion legislation, bipartisan companion legislation, led by Congressman Ted Poe, by Mike Thompson, by Peter Welch, Cory Gardner, Chris Gibson, which is 3 R's and 2 D's, was reintroduced in the House earlier this year as well. Access to low-cost financing will define our nation's energy future. It will determine how, when, and which energy sources emerge as the central players in the American energy marketplace in the long term. I believe it's up to us to ensure that our vast supply of clean, renewable power, as well as energy efficiency, are a vital part of that equation. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Coons. I don't have any questions. I want to let colleagues ask questions if they do, but I'd just like to note that I think your work is especially timely right now as we convene, because I think as senators know, all senators have been asked by Senator Baucus and by Senator Hatch to make submissions with respect to tax reform. And so that obviously incorporates energy policy. And one area that I feel very strongly about is to try to find ways to, if not secure parity between the various energy sources, let's at least narrow the gap, because there are some energy sources that in effect get subsidy levels up here and are permanent, And then there are other energy sources that have this level of subsidy, and they're kind of on a year-to-year roller coaster. What you seem to be doing in the bipartisan work that you're discussing with MLPs is you're saying, here's an opportunity to, again, try to level the playing field and to bring more people into the debate. And I intend to study very closely your legislation. I know my partner, Senator Stabenow, is on the Finance Committee as well. And I think I just want to let colleagues ask questions. I think Senator Stabenow has one. Shall we have Senator Murkowski go, and then we'll go to Senator Stabenow.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, not a question, but just a comment and show of support. I think Senator Coons has put forward excellent legislation. I'm very proud to be a co-sponsor of that as the chair of the Energy Subcommittee of Finance. We certainly are going to be putting forward ideas on tax reform, and I think the master limited partnership approach is one that really makes sense. And so I hope we're going to look more positively. Mr. Chairman, as you said, we have in the areas of energy some areas that have had long-term ability to make decisions because of tax policy, and others that limp along with tax extenders year to year at best, and doesn't seem to really be a level playing field. So I think this is one opportunity to create a level playing field. So congratulations, and pleased to join you.
Thank you.
And I also want to note that Senator Stabenow has been working to level the playing field in a variety of areas, vehicles being just one of them. So I'll look forward to working with you on those issues. Would other colleagues like to either make statements or ask questions of Senator Coons? Senator Murkowski.
No question. But again, just to applaud you, Senator, in your efforts on this. You've been relatively dogged, which is what needs to happen around here. And as the chairman has noted and Senator Stabenow has noted, I think the timing is good right now to help advance this. So the fact that we've got an opportunity in this committee to again highlight this as an opportunity to bring about parity, to bring about good news, I think, within the energy sector. Again, you're to be applauded.
Senator Franken.
Oh, I just want to congratulate Senator Coons on this bipartisan legislation, which I co-sponsored last Congress, and that I intend to support wholeheartedly this time. Thank you.
All right. Senator Heinrich?
Senator Coons, I've got a list of 1,100 questions that I'd like to get started on. Thanks
I'll
for your
clear
work
my
on this.
schedule. Thank you, Senator.
This is one of those
Chief
issues
lasted for 24 hours.
This is one of those issues that we really ought to be able to build substantial common ground on. So keep up the good work.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you very much, Chairman Wyden. Thank you, Senator Murkowski. I'm particularly grateful for your bipartisan leadership on this, and Senator Stabenow for your tireless advocacy for it, both here and in the Finance Committee. I do think this is a simple but potentially very powerful idea that provides access to long-term financing on an all-of-the-above basis that will move our energy economy forward. Thank you for the opportunity.
You certainly timed this ideally, because as Senator Stabenow remembers, back in the summer of 2012, in effect, what we said in the Finance Committee is we were going to extend a lot of those various programs. Wind was particularly one that people cared about. But we said at the end of that period, which lasts just slightly longer than a year, it was going to be a new day. And in effect, you're starting the debate about what the new day ought to look like. And
if I could just be clear on that one point, I'm not personally advocating MLP parity as a replacement or to supplant any of the other sector-specific tax incentives. I just think this is one way to take an existing piece of the code and open it up to all energy sources in a way that provides long-term predictability for capital financing.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Senator.
Good work.